Here are my Week 10 NFL predictions. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think so far. I got a lot on here that's going to shock some people, but let's go through them. First off, the Bengals play the Baltimore Ravens tonight on Thursday Night Football. I think the Bengals are on a streak and they want to win out and really want to push themselves into that into the playoffs. I know they are having a slow start, but I think they could get a win here. They almost beat them the last time. I think the Bengals get it done tonight in Baltimore. Granted, I think this is going to be a shootout. Both of these teams' defense have looked a little lackluster recently, but I think the Bengals go over the line and win this game. The Giants versus the Panthers. Listen, we know both of these teams are not good teams. Plain and simple. I think the Panthers though have a little momentum after beating the Saints last week. So I think the Panthers will win this game. Patriots versus the Bears. Listen, I'm here for Drake May. Drake May went to my high school. I think that he is a very good quarterback. I will be a good quarterback in this league. But I think the Bears are more further along when it comes to potential right now this season. I think they've had two losses back to back. That's really not really defined them, but it's just been two really rough losses. They lost to the Commanders on that last Hail Mary play, and then they lost again last week. I think this is a win for the Chicago Bears. The Bills versus the Colts. I think the Colts, with the whole Anthony Richardson situation, starting Joe Flacco is going to be what it is. But I think the Buffalo Bills is one of the best teams in the National Football League, and I think this game again shows them and trends and pushes them into stardom, into being the face of the league. With no Amari Cooper last week, still getting that win. I think they get another win this week. The Vikings, the Vikings will play the Jacksonville Jaguars. Vikings will beat the Jaguars after the Vikings lost last week to the Lions. I think they go back and dominate against Jacksonville. Jacksonville's not a good football team. They're going to be missing Trevor Lawrence this week. So I think this will be an easy win for the Minnesota Vikings. Chiefs versus the Broncos. This right here will be one of the games of the week. I think the Broncos are a team that are developing really well. Bo Nix has been playing really well this season. They struggled last week, obviously, against a very good Ravens team. This Chiefs team has some holes in it, but their offense looks so complete. So give me the Chiefs to win this game by 8 points. I'll take that by 8 points. A lot of people are gonna be shocked with me having the Saints over the Falcons. As a Saints fan, it's no bias. I think a lot of teams after they fire their head coach get an instant full steam ahead and they go win that next game. I think Dennis Allen was the driving factor of why the Saints sucked. I think Derek Carr also sucks. But we'll have to wait and see what that looks like. Hopefully our offense can be a little bit more complete, a little bit more disciplined and more and figured out. Trading away Marshawn Lattimore this past week. I mean, we're gonna be short at the corner spot, but it is what it is. Let me know what y'all think about this game. I think the Saints will win this game, but who cares? Who knows and who cares? Saints season is over. Let's go get a nice draft pick and let's just call it a day. The 49ers play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers almost upset the Chiefs last week on Thursday Night Football. I don't think that happens. I don't think they come close to beating San Francisco 49ers this week. I think Bucs are missing their number 1 and 2 receiver. Their tight end, though, he's going off. He's having a great time, and Baker is finding him every other play. I don't think that's going to be enough for this team. Their defense, has some holes in it, but they've also stood up and played better. I think the Niners come into this game, really want to make a statement, really want to control that NFC West, and I think they win this game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Steelers versus the Commanders. Listen to me, this is a 50-50 game. I think either of these two teams can win this game. I think both of these two teams are about on the same level and standard of each other. I'm a big fan of the Commanders right now. I'm a big fan of what they're doing as a program, as a team. I love Jalen Daniels. I love Dan Quinn. I love just the oomph that this team is showing day in and day out. But Pittsburgh, man, you have one of the greatest head coaches of all time, Mike Tomlin, over there, led by the rest of that team. They went out and got themselves a receiver and Mike Williams from the Jets. I think he helps and adds adds some help for Russell Wilson. But neither here nor there. This is a 50-50 game. I'm going to take the Commanders, but I definitely can see the Steelers winning this game. Titans versus the Chargers. I think Titans at that quarterback position are struggling drastically. Will Levis is not the guy that they want at the helm for the rest of their for the foreseeable future or for the rest of the future. And I think they're going to be looking to move on from that either this season or next. Chargers are rolling right now. They are playing some really good football. Justin Herbert is finding his feet and he's playing great. So I see the Chargers win this game with ease. You can give this a 6-point game for the Chargers. Jets versus Cardinals. Cardinals are number one in the NFC West, which is shocking to me. I didn't expect them to have this fast of a turnaround and a bounce back, but they are controlling that division. I think the Jets are a bad football team led by a very, very questionable quarterback. So I expect the Cardinals to win this game versus the New York Jets. Eagles play the Cowboys. Cowboys are awful, bad. I think Dak Prescott may be missing this week as well. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game. I think the Eagles. I don't think. Listen, here's that. I think the Eagles' offense is great. I think their defense is starting to come alive and really show. I'm gonna hold my tongue on how I feel about the Eagles and how am I gonna rank them when it comes to the playoffs, when it comes to Super Bowl. I don't really know yet, but I'm gonna say that this will be a game of it'll be a close game. This won't be a blowout. This will be a close game of inches, and I'm gonna take the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game. When it comes to the Lions versus the Texans, Texans just had the week off last week, if I'm not mistaken. And I think this can go either way as well. I think the Lions coming off a big win against the Packers. Or not Packers. Vikings. I think they played the Vikings. They played the Vikings or Packers. They played the Packers. Coming off a big win against the Packers, they are going to have to really show, again, the strength that this team has. And I think they're one of the best teams in the league. I think the Texans, if they don't start early, they will get blown out. And I think you will see them a lot better after their bye week last week. So give me the Lions though. I'm gonna take the Lions, but it can go either way. Dolphins versus the Rams. Rams got Puka Nacua back. They also got Cooper Kupp back, Kyron Williams back. They're getting a lot healthy. The Dolphins, bad football team. Tua Tagovailoa, he's even with him back, they still don't look great. So, let me know what y'all think about the Miami Dolphins, but I think their season's pretty much a wash this year too. Give me the Rams to win this game.